Welcome to the Fight for Our Citizens podcast. This is your host, Uncle Fox Matone, and tonight I just want to do a quick update on the Oak Flat mining within Apache Stronghold. So the Court of Appeals, they decided 65 to go on with the land swap, and like my Uncle Winsor had said last Wednesday in Tucson, that 65 is, in a way you could take it as a good way, because we only needed one more judge to win this decision, and it would have been the other way. For us, it'd been 65 Apache Stronghold. And so it doesn't stop there. We're going to have to go next. The Apache Stronghold said they're going to take it to the Supreme Court. They have 90 days to do that. And listen to my to Apache Stronghold update this past Wednesday in Tucson. They're going to go ahead and go with that. So they're going to start at April 15th. They're going to be, I think they might be in San Francisco for the appeal. I don't know if they're going to do it electronically or they're going to do it in person, but it's definitely going to be done. And from there, it could go all the way to Washington. So we got to take it to the Supreme Court. So the Apache Stronghold did say that if you want to get involved, just go to their website, and they have all the information on there. They could tell you you could get involved and help the fight for Oak Flat, as we're trying to save this area. It's a sacred area to our people, and it's also, it's vital to the Arizona state. So with the land and the water, the shorter the water that we have, we shouldn't have any kind of mining like this. And so with the religious and the sacred that we have, you could look at the Apache Stronghold website and read about all that, and see why it's, like I said before, my daughter had her come of age ceremony there, and a lot of my nieces had their ceremonies there. So it's very important to our family to keep this area. It's a very tough fight, because Resolution Copper has a lot of local support. Again, they say they could supply up to 1/4 of U.S. copper demand, which is, the copper is not going to the U.S. It could add $1 billion a year to Arizona economy, and they create thousands of local jobs. Again, as we said before in the last episode, mining has changed. They don't need that many people. So, Resolution Copper telling you that it's going to bring thousands of jobs, to me, that's false. And so they're using this narrative to get people to, in favor of the mining. And that's also something that we are fighting at Oak Flat. Because if you think about Resolution Copper, what they're going to do is block cave mining, which is totally different than back in the day when Globe and Miami and Superior had a mine. This is a block cave mine. So they're going to drill beneath and collapse this whole area, and it's going to be a crater over 1,000 feet, and it's going to be a 2-mile radius across this whole area. And they're going to take a lot of water, and they're going to have to, they're going to find a place where to dump all the tailings. And like I said before, coming from Elim in Northern California, where we had our mine up there, we're dealing with the EPA Superfund right now, and we had a lot of elders pass away from cancer. My father passed away from cancer, all my uncles, my aunts. And so it's something that Superior and everyone's going to have to deal with, if they let this mine go through. So it's a very big fight for us and our Apache people, the residents in Superior who are against the mining. It's big for them. It's big for a lot of Arizona residents that are trying to stop the mine. But again, when it comes to money and Resolution Copper and handing out money and sponsoring a bunch of events, it's hard. Those things are hard to fight. But I'm confident in my family, the Apache Stronghold, to keep the fight going and do all they can to stop this mine. And I'm here to help. And I hope everyone can come in and join and help this fight for Oak Flat. And like I said before, just go to the Apache Stronghold website. You can find all your information there. You can also look it up on Google. If you look Apache Stronghold, Oak Flat, so a whole bunch of articles that will come up, so you can get up to date on what's going on there. The Washington Post had a little article about Oak Flat, saying that tribes fight clean energy project. So again, like my uncle had said, my Uncle Wensler had said at Tucson, that you have clean energy, they call it now, or green energy. So it's like he had mentioned, it's kind of like Pepsi and Diet Pepsi. They're both not good. So which one are you going to choose? And so it's something that in an article that they put in, when they do articles like this, especially the Washington Post, they always going to do the opposition of it. So they talk to like a tribal member from St. Carlos who is for the mine, because he has a company, and Resolution Copper hired his company to survey the land, just to maintenance the land of Oak Flat. And so he talks about how it helps his family out. And so, of course, you're going to get that kind of, in an article like this, especially in the Washington Post, you're going to get some opposition. And opposition is always like that in all tribes. Everyone is, someone is against it, someone's for it. As I know, my family, the Apache Stronghold, there's people in St. Carlos that say, we would have a lot of money if Apache Stronghold would stop fighting. But, just let them know Apache Stronghold is not going to stop fighting. And so, like I said, very confident in my family, the Apache Stronghold, to keep this fight going and do everything they can to stop Resolution Copper. I mean, even when you go through that area, you could even see signs. There's billboard signs that says Resolution Copper Mine plans to suck up 250 million gallons of Arizona water for this mining. And so hopefully people will understand that. People will understand that, that's something that we're fighting for. For me personally, if you don't want to believe in our culture and our way of life, then believe that you're going to lose all this water and you're going to lose this beautiful landscape and all this toxic that's going to happen, all this tail ends that they're going to have to put somewhere. And those tail ends, and the rain comes and the wind comes, and it's going to blow all that toxic in the air. So again, you got to think about what it's going to do to you in the future. Like I have said before in a couple of other episodes, that they did the mining at Elam, sulfur bank mining for mercury, and that started in 1872, around there. And we're still dealing with that today. I have my cousin Mike Brown, up there. They're surveying that area, and with the EPA Superfund, and that's what Superior is going to be. It's going to be another Superfund if you let this mining go. And I think Navajo Nations has a Superfund up there. They're cleaning up an area up there. So like I always say, EPA is just a cleanup business. They're not there to stop environmental protection. They're just there to clean up. So that's something that Superior is going to have to think about. And for us, losing this area, like I say, go to the Apache Stronghold website and it'll tell you all about what this land means to us. But that's just a quick update. A quick update. We're not going to stop. Apache Stronghold said they're not going to stop. They're going to take this all the way to the Supreme Court. If you want to look on the website, Apache Stronghold, Google Apache Stronghold, and their website will come up, and you can find all the information there. You can also get involved, and they got information on there to help how to get involved. So please look it up. And I just want to thank everybody for listening. It's just a quick update on Oak Flat, and we'll have an episode coming up in a couple of days. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you all for tuning into the Fight for Existence podcast. If you guys want to keep up with the podcast in general, what you could do is follow the social media account. The Instagram account is going to be Fight for Our Existence. Again, that's Fight number 4 Our Existence. Go ahead and give that a follow. And if you guys have any questions for us, or you guys would like to be on the podcast, in the Instagram, there's a link. Go ahead and click that. No matter what kind of platform you guys listen to this podcast on, there's always that plus or that follow button. So go ahead and click that so you guys can get notifications when we upload our next episode. And if you guys are listening on Spotify, what you can do is go ahead and rate the show. And if you guys are only listening on Apple Podcasts, what you can also do is write a review for the show. Thank you all for tuning into the Fight for Existence podcast, and we will talk to you next time.